because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
Crosses the 30. He's got away. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice.
And they got him for the sack. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Get it out on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. No huddle here for the offense.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Washington sends out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He gets him at the 21, but a big play there to get away from the shadow of the goalpost. They picked up 15. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. They'll go to the ground. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. He'll try the left side. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Fires to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
The Huskies moving quickly to the line. The inside handoff. He breaks a tackle. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Tempo and overdrive. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant, physical trenches.
They'll run play action. Trying to get to him. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
How about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so we can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Crosses the 45. And he breaks into the open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
What a great sign for this offense, too. This offensive line just seems like they're ready to go. Chomping at the bit. They're lathered up, getting pushed, owning the line of scrimmage. When you can run the football well early in games, that bodes great for your offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Catch in the middle, it's Dell.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Pressure coming. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down. Offense set on first down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Huskies racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying play action. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. They're bringing heat. They've got the screen set up. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Coleman.
Yeah.
Open runway ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Oh, I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Williams will pass. Hits the spin cycle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Washington wants to go quickly. They'll try to pop the draw. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Tom.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
To give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Still on his feet at the 40. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Getting some heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Fires on the move. He's got it. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have the nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They march 78 yards down the field, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown.
And the Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. The Huskies want to move quickly. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. At the 45 on his way. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. And the ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to him, let him get outside, let him run the football, make a big gain. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want to toss it to him and get him on the perimeter.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The run from the shotgun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Williams looking for a man. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Washington sends out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And the returner will be brought down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a crease. It's Wallace. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, the offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Makes the catch. It's Carpenter. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Carpenter. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously have a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Saunders. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion. Running
back goes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Can't get him to the ground. Touchdown, Penn State! And the punishment has been extended.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Power football with the run. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll try it again. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves the change for the first down. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the stomping has commenced. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. There to make the stop, and we played 3 in this one. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Williams will pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on first down. Snap it to the back. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. They'll try to power their way ahead. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Gonna run it. It's Carpenter. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Direct snap. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big plays.
And they have converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. Looking to the big tight end. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And I tell you what, when you run those little fellas on the slants, they got to win at the line of scrimmage right now. They got to make sure those DBs don't get their hands on them so they can create a little bit of space because they're not as big of a target. Nice job winning right on the line of scrimmage to make the catch.
Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. After that completion, move the chains. Now first down. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man quickly. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Makes the catch. It's Boston. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Looking to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Boston. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Deep shot for the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you're just too open. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They keep attacking through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
This offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. 2nd and goal coming up. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. This offense has been unable to find the end zone all day. Can they do it on 3rd and goal? Williams looking for a man. Makes the grab. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great game.
And the Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Here's the handoff. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it. Offense.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Pulls it in, it's down. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Williams will pass. They're trying to get to it. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle or a nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. 14. Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the whole crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they're able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
Timeout is called with just a single second left. One more play to pad the stats. The give to the left. Shakes off the defender. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. A strong, methodical